Good evening, everybody, and welcome in here on the Buckeye Racing Network. I'm Tyler Bentley. Alongside me in the booth, as always, is Tim Henderson. How are you doing, Tim?
I'm doing just ecstatic. I am ecstatic.
All right, bud. That's always good to hear. And we are live tonight from the Kokomo Speedway here with the Reigel Promotions Esports 360 Sprint Cars here tonight. This event is going to be brought to you by Victory Fuel. They are sponsoring the event here tonight for RPES. And practice session and drivers meeting has just wrapped up on the track. Drivers are going to be heading out now for their qualifying efforts. Take a look at Brady Beavers. He's one of the first cars on the racetrack. A little over 4.5 minutes in this qualifying session. Let's see what sort of lap times populate. Lap number 1, Brady Beavers returns in 11:37. So far, good for first. You see Cole DeWeese, 11:63 there. No surprise, Caden Berry just popped up to the top of the timing board at an 11:12. That's an 11:12. Working the inside part of the racetrack, Matt Grimm just went in 11:36. Lap 2 a little slower for Caden at 11:30. Joshua Pickles out on the racetrack, just getting his qualifying run underway. Flying Fred, Taylor Wineland, Ty Williams also on the racetrack. Across the line, lap 1's going to be an 11:34. Good for second quick for Joshua. Work the inside again and across the line. A little slower lap 2 at 11:42. Taylor Wineland. Looks like he's also running the low part of the racetrack here, coming across to complete his second lap. Lap 2 for Taylor is going to be an 11:32. And that was his second lap. He must have had an issue on his first one. James Rooney, Diego Alvarado, and Austin Motley all rolling onto the racetrack to take their qualifying laps. We're taking a look at James Rooney now, coming around to complete lap 1. James runs an 11:65, good for 10th quick. Austin Motley an 11:61. Time's just a little better than James. Lap 2. James a little slower, 11:76. Austin Motley picks up to an 11:46, 9th quick. Billy Richardson also rolling onto the racetrack. Taking a little bit different line than some of these other drivers, kind of running the middle to high through 1 and 2. Dropping it down a little lower through 3 and 4. Car gets a little sideways across the line to complete lap 1. He runs an 11:81. That's good for 17th. Coming across the line here. Lap 2, let's see if he picks up. Lap 2 just a bit slower at 11:84. Still 17th quick. Jared Culbertson just starting his first lap. Across the line for lap 1, Jared runs an 11:48. Good for 11th on lap 1. Comes across the line a little slower on lap 2 at 11:55. So definitely looks like the first lap is the money lap for these fellas when they come out. 18 cars have taken a lap time. Only 2 so far have not. While we have a moment and a clear track, we want to thank you all for joining us here on the Buckeye Racing Network. As always, let us know in the chat who you're pulling for, who you think is going to win here tonight at the Kokomo Speedway. Again, 18 cars have taken the time. We have 20 total in the session. I'm not sure if the other two will take a time or not, as there's only about 20 seconds left. I'm not sure they'd be able to get their lap in anyways. But right now, Caden Berry sits at the top of the board at an 11:12. And his qualifying session is going to come to an end, and Caden Berry is going to be your Victory Fuel fast qualifier. Victory Fuel also has come on board here with Reigel Promotions Esports to sponsor the Fast Qualifier Award. So Caden Berry, your Victory Fuel fast qualifier. All right. Heat number one's taking to the racetrack right now. Row number one is going to be your pole winner, your fast qualifier, Caden Berry in the 12, and Diego Alvarado in the 24. Row 2 is going to be Matt Grimm in the 22 and Cole DeWeese in the 2. Row 3 is going to be Austin Motley in the 27 and Jarrett Culbertson in the 23. Row 4 is going to be James Rooney in the 13 and Flying Fred in the 19. And row number 5 is going to be Austin Hickman in the 11 and Chris Martin in the 7. Eight laps the distance here in this first heat race, and I think Tim will probably take all of these drivers because I don't think we have the total driver count to worry about a B main tonight.
We are taking everyone.
All right, so the field, it looks like, is going to split into two separate heats. After those two heats, these drivers should get a little warm-up session, and we will roll right into the feature event here tonight. Chris Martin not going to make the grid here tonight, so we're going to start with 9 drivers for 8 laps in heat number 1. The field's in control of Caden Berry. He steps on the gas, and we are underway in heat number 1. He's going to roll the inside part of the racetrack, power off of turn 2, and into turn 3. Diego Alvarado around the top. He's challenged on the inside. And he's going to slam the door on Matt Grimm there in the 22. It's showing the 91 on your screen. Cole DeWeese, big move and contact down into 3 and 4. That was very scary for those couple of drivers for that moment. Cole DeWeese is going to settle right there in 3rd for the moment being. Diego Alvarado in 4th. Austin Motley in 5th. Flying Fred running the outside in 6th, followed by Jared Culbertson. Back up front, already 4 down and 4 to go in this first heat. Caden Berry out to a 1.4 second advantage over Matt Grimm in 2nd. Cole DeWeese into the outside wall, working through turn 1 and 2. He bounces off of it and keeps going. Diego Alvarado is going to be looking to his inside. Couple laps to go now. 1 car down in the grass. I'm not sure who that was.
That is James Rooney.
James Rooney struggling just a bit here in this first heat. White flag already in the air for Caden. Checkered flag in the air. Caden Berry wins heat 1. Matt Grimm's going to bring it home 2nd. Cole DeWeese 3rd, flipping. Diego Alvarado 4th. Austin Hickman 5th. Flying Fred 6th. Austin Motley 7th. Jared Culbertson in 8th. James Rooney's going to bring it home in 9th. There, those are your finishers here in the first heat. Heat 2 is going to be gridding up behind the pace truck. Row number 1 is going to be Taylor Wineland in the 25 and Joshua Pickle in the 33. Row 2 is going to be Brady Beavers in the 461 and Ian Humphreys in the 53. Row 3 is going to be Timothy Thurane, hope I'm pronouncing that last name correctly, in the 5, and Jack Burke in the 34. Row 4 is going to be Ty Williams in the 01 and Robert Puckett in the 30. And the 5th and final row in this heat is going to be Billy Richardson in the 29 and Logan Brown in the 17. 2 by 2 by 2. Logan Brown not making the call here in this second heat. So again, 9 starters for 8 laps. Taylor Wineland is going to bring the field to green here in just a moment. Him and Joshua Pickle on row number 1. Everybody behind them is going to be vying for that heat race victory. Out of turn 4, green flag goes in the air. We're underway in heat number 2. Wineland down low. Joshua Pickle trying to run the outside. He's going to lose a couple of spots, I believe, as Brady Beavers is down on the inside trying to follow Taylor Wineland around. Joshua Pickles finally got that car wound up, and my goodness, is he coming in a hurry.
Shot out of a cannon.
Absolutely. As that car is getting massive runs out of turns 2 and turn 4. He's still working the outside, trying to get around Wineland. And they're side-by-side battling. Ian Humphreys, Ty Williams there. I think one car had some contact. I don't know. One car's missing the wing, and I don't know who that is. I think that was Joshua Pickle. At least it showed that on my screen for a minute. 3 to go. Contact with your leaders. Pickle was there on the outside, and Wineland tried to shut the door on him.
I don't know where to look right now.
Yeah, battles everywhere. Second, third, fourth, and fifth is all under a blanket here, including your leader. White flag goes in the air here for the second heat. Who's going to bring home this one? I think we're going to have a close finish at the line. Wineland down low, Pickle up high, and don't look now. I think that's Timothy Thurin throwing his hat into the mix, but Joshua Pickle's going to prevail around the outside. Timothy's going to squeak second, and Taylor Wineland's going to be third. Ian Humphreys fourth, Jack Burke fifth, Ty Williams sixth, Brady Beaver seventh, Robert Puckett eighth, and Billy Richardson in ninth. What an awesome second heat, Tim.
Yeah, I speechless. I just, wow. Runs everywhere.
Absolutely. And that was the 2 heats we had tonight. Now we're going to roll into about a 5-minute warm-up session. These drivers are going to be able to come out onto the racetrack and run the track in just for a little bit here. And we'll be underway for our feature event here from Kokomo. See some drivers moving all the way up to the top to work in that outside groove. Some drivers running the middle and the low line. A little bit of an issue there out of turn 4. Some cars stopping in the grass. Again, this is just the warm-up session, so no harm, no foul there. So far, Caden Berry has ran the quickest lap time at 11:54. Cole DeWeese right behind him at an 11:61. Joshua Pickle now third at an 11:69. I'm thinking, Tim, that this track's going to go for a little bit of a change. I don't think the entire feature, do you want to be committed down low or maybe even committed to the top the entire time? I think you're going to have to change your line.
Yeah, I agree with you. We'll see how the drivers are going to transition their cars from the high side to the low side and vice versa.
Yeah, because the track's going to slicken up, so I believe we're going to see these drivers searching around just a little bit here in this feature. We've seen that 99 machine. That's Timothy Thurrain. And he has been committed down low. He's still committed down low here in this warm-up. And he was, you know, making that car work down low. He tossed his hat into the mix at the end of that second heat trying to get the victory.
Well, I'll tell you, one part of the track that nobody is touching is the middle. Still a lot of fluff left. So we'll see if that starts getting used up before they get into the feature.
Yeah, absolutely. It seems like you're either low or you want to be up near the wall. Here tonight at Kokomo. There's Joshua. He's kind of running the middle, I guess, through 3 and 4. And through 1 and 2, so not all the way up high or not all the way down low. I think that's maybe one of the only drivers that's using that middle line. Ty Williams in the 01 machine. He's way up next to the outside wall. So, I mean, look at that right rear tire. I think he actually made a little bit of contact. I mean, he's so close to that outside wall. And what a run you get out of the turns. Here's the 24 machine of Diego Alvarado. Kind of running the middle there, 3 and 4, and up near the wall in 1 and 2. We might see even a combination of that, running 2 different lines on each end of the racetrack. Could run 3 and 4 down low and 1 and 2 up high. It just all depends. All right, and our warm-up session's coming to a close. We're going to get the starting grid for you here in just a moment. All right. Pace truck is on the racetrack. Field begins to grid. Row number 1. Remember, we have an invert of the top 6 to start our feature event. So Taylor Wineland and Cole DeWeese is going to start on the front row. Timothy Thurrain and Matt Grimm is going to be in row 2. Row 3 is going to be Joshua Pickle and Caden Berry. Row 4 is going to be Diego Alvarado and Ian Humphreys. Row 5, Austin Hickman and Jack Burt. Row 6, Flying Fred and Ty Williams. Row 7 is going to be Austin Motley and Brady Beavers. Row 8 is going to be Jared Culbertson and Robert Puckett. Row 9 is going to be James Rooney and Billy Richardson. And the 10th row, those 2 drivers aren't going to make the call. That's Chris Martin and Logan Brown. Taylor Wineland, Cole DeWeese. Tim, real quick here. Who you keeping your eye on here in the feature?
I'm gonna put my money on that number 99 machine, starting in 3rd, of Timothy Thurrain.
All right, that's a good pick. I'm going to be keeping my eye on that number 12 machine of Caden Berry. He's been hot. Let's see if he can continue that streak tonight. A little bit of a wonky start. I don't know if they'll wave that off or not, but we barrel down out of turn number 2. Cold, and they are going to throw the yellow. I think they're going to call that back. That was not a very clean start from our leaders. I think we're going to get to try that one more time. In our front row, Cole DeWeese was in the lead when they waved the yellow. Yeah, we did not have an accident that caused the yellow, so I believe that's going to be a yellow.
Yeah, they're redoing the start. I think Cole Deweese got a little antsy and jumped it just by a hair.
Yeah, it was a little weird. So thanks for the confirmation on that, Tim. We're going to try it again, I believe, here out of turn 4. Wineland gasses it up, and we are underway, rocking and rolling at Kokomo for 30 laps. Goldeweiss on the outside with a big run out of 2. Wineland tried to squeeze him, but Goldeweiss is going to take the lead, but not so fast. More contact. And Matt Grimm to the race lead over Taylor Wineland and Goldeweiss. Almost 3 wide battling. Caution flag is back out. Let's see if we can find what happened. I don't know what the yellow is for there. I don't see.
We have a car flipping.
I see Fred made. Ooh, no. Fred, we're looking at the replay. Flying Fred had some big issues out of turn 2. It looks like he makes contact with the 11 machine. His left front hits the right rear of the 11, sends his car directly to the right, makes contact with the outside wall. And that car goes up and over down the back straightaway, losing the wing. A couple other cars getting some damage there as well. The Flying Fred with some big damage. He has that car in pit lane for repair. Just 3 laps complete here so far of this 30-lap feature. Taylor Wineland, Matt Grimm, Goldeweiss, and Caden Berry up 2 spots so far. He's now in 4th. So far, only 3 laps in, James Rooney and Billy Richardson are up 4 positions so far from their starting spots. Pace lights going out. Double file the field goes. It looks like Flying Fred is going to be able to rejoin us here before going back green. Wineland accelerates, and we're back to green. 3 wide down into turn 1. Goldeweiss looking to get a 2-for-1, but not so fast. Matt Grimm around the outside. Here comes Caden Berry as well, trying to follow Grimm through. 3 wide for second. Oh, contact. Caden Berry and Goldeweiss. Goldeweiss slides back just a little bit, but still going. No yellow flag as of yet. Matt Grimm working the cushion. Taylor Wineland and Caden Berry side by side for second. Berry down low. Wineland up high. Joshua Pickle runs right into the tail tank of Caden Berry, gives him a shot into turn 1. That allows Diego Alvarado to pick up the 4th spot. Matt Grimm still committed up high. Taylor Wineland following him. Caden Berry following him. Diego Alvarado is the first car searching around a little bit lower on the racetrack. Timothy Thurrain in 5th. Pickle in 6th. Ty Williams and Goldeweiss battling for 7th. Oh my, Berry I think with a little bit of an issue out of 2. Taylor Wineland's going to scoot by on the entry to turn 3, and a crossover by Caden Berry down the front straightaway and into turns 1 and 2. What a battle for second here. And they got more company right behind those 2. That's Diego Alvarado and Timothy Thurrain.
Slide jobs after slide jobs, crossovers after crossovers.
What a battle. And you know what? Matt Grimm's looking at this and saying, fellas, you keep battling. He's out to a 3-second advantage over these second place cars. One car into the outside wall. I heard it on the camera. I think it's going to be Billy Richardson. That's going to bring the yellow flag out. We're going to go back and take a look and see exactly what happened to Billy. Here he is in the 29. Gets through 3 and 4. Into the outside wall, into the fence, and flipping down the front straightaway. Big crash, but he lands on all fours and is going to be able to continue rolling. But that's the accident that brought the yellow flag out. Looks like he's brought the car into the pit lane and going to try to get some of that wing repaired here. Well, Tim, I don't think that's what Matt Grimm wanted to see. He had a 3-second advantage over Caden and Taylor that was battling for second.
No, that's certainly, but that is exactly what he didn't want to see.
Now he's got to see if he can hold off a hard-charging Caden Berry, Taylor Wineland, Diego Alvarado, and Joshua Pickle, all right there. Green flag goes back in the air. 17 laps to go in the feature here at Kokomo. Grimm going to use the outside. Go ahead, Tim.
Tell you what, Caden Berry had one great launch right there. Able to keep up.
Here he is looking for the race lead out of turn 2. A little slider, but Grimm with a massive run out of turn 2 is going to squeak right on by down the back straightaway.
Wow.
Halfway home, and the yellow flag back in the air. Let's see exactly what happened to bring that yellow flag out. I think it happened around the 30 machine of Robert Puckett. He was running alone. Car a little sideways out of turn 4, gets into turn 1, hits the wall, gasses it up, and the car just spins around on him. And that's what brought the yellow flag out. He has that car towed back to the pit lane. $16 laps complete, 14 to go. Your top 5 is going to be Matt Grimm, Caden Berry, Diego Alvarado, Taylor Wineland, Joshua Pickle. Right behind him, Timothy Thurane in 6th, Ty Williams 7th, Cole DeWeese 8th. Jack Burke 9th, Ian Humphreys in 10th. As of right now, Ty Williams in 7th, up 5 spots. He is our biggest mover up to this point. Green flag goes back in the air. Grimm, Berry, 1st and 2nd. Wineland and Alvarado side by side out of turn 2. Oh, Alvarado just squeezing up in front of Thurane.
Just watch Austin Motley just do a 360. We stay green.
Action all over this racetrack up to this point. Matt Grimm up to a 7/10 of a second lead over Caden Berry as he trying to close the advantage. 10 laps to go. Wineland's in 3rd, running the outside as well.
Oh, Grimm got in the wall a little bit. Caden closes that gap.
Yeah, Berry is right on his tail tank now. 1st and 2nd. Berry is definitely within striking distance. They have a little bit of a gap back to 3rd, 4th, and 5th. We'll stay right with this battle for the lead. Now 7 laps to go. Berry might be trying to plot how he's going to get around Matt Grimm right now. Battling just behind for 6th. Ty Williams, Joshua Pickle, side by side. Cole DeWeese almost making that 3 wide. 5 laps to go.
Caden Barry's better be plotting quickly, because they're coming up on lap traffic. If I was Caden, I'd want to get that pass done as soon as possible.
Absolutely, they are nose to tail. Both running a similar line. I think Grimm struggled there getting into turn 3, and it slowed both of them down just a touch. Only 3 laps to go. They have definitely opened up a big gap as Diego's looking underneath Taylor Wineland for the third and final podium spot. They're battling side by side across the line. Looks like Taylor Wineland's going to prevail. White flag already in the air for Matt Grimm. Through turns 3 and 4. Barry's not going to have enough across the line and into the wall just a little bit. Matt Grimm is your winner tonight from Kokomo Speedway. That's going to bring Caden Barry's win streak to an end. Caden Barry's going to bring it home in second. Taylor Wineland, final car on the podium. We're going to get a word with those 3 in just a moment after we take a look at our final results. See our top 3 stopping here on the front stretch for a picture. Our final results from Kokomo Speedway. Matt Grimm, Caden Barry, Taylor Wineland, your top 3. Timothy Thurane in 4th. Diego Alvarado in 5th. Ty Williams 6th. Cole DeWeese 7th. Joshua Pickle 8th. Jack Burke 9th. Ian Humphreys in 10th. Flying Fred in 11th. A good rebound for him from his early troubles. Brady Beavers in 12th. Jared Culbertson 13th. Billy Richardson in 14th. Austin Hickman 15th. James Rooney 16th. Austin Motley in 17th. Robert Puckett in 18th. Chris Martin is going to be credited with 19th and Logan Brown in 20th. All right, we're going to get a word here with our top 3 if we can find them. Here, we'll start off with our 3rd place finisher. Hey Taylor, it's Tyler and Tim up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. How y'all doing?
Doing fantastic, man. We had a ball watching you guys race around Kokomo Speedway tonight. I know you had a late challenge there from Diego in 4th. Was you just trying to hold on, or did you know you could keep him in the rear view?
Honestly, I don't know. One of them first couple cautions, I had something broke, I feel like. So probably 75% of that race, I was just trying to hold on. So, yeah, I'm happy with the 3rd place.
Absolutely. I don't think we caught it on the broadcast or not, but that's interesting info after the fact. How bad was it hurting the car?
The car was just super tight, just everywhere. It just didn't matter if I was on the throttle, off the throttle, put the wing all the way forward. It just didn't matter. I don't know if it happened like as a caution come out. I know I think somebody threw a slider on me there early, and it was just kind of a short slider, and I ran right into the back of them. I don't remember who it was, but yeah, I think that's what did it. I'll have to look at the car and see if it was broke or if I just suck at this track.
All right. Tim, you have anything to ask Taylor?
Yeah, what was the transition like from the heats and all the way through the feature? How did the track transition?
I mean, I don't feel like it was too terribly slick like I was expecting it to be. I was expecting it. Normally these night races tend to get super slick, and then the visual of the track doesn't match what the track state really is. But I mean, I don't think it was all that slick at all. And the transition from the heat to the feature, hell, we could probably ran another 10 minutes of warm up on it and really got it slicked off. But yeah, I mean, it was a good track. It wasn't too slick and it wasn't too tacky still. So.
Well, good deal, man. Before we let you go, who would you like to thank?
Oh yeah, I just got to thank 25 Enterprise, House of Speed, Next Level Racing, Heartland Harley Davidson, Papa Mike Promotions, and appreciate y'all putting this broadcast on for us.
Absolutely. We appreciate you getting a word in with us, and we'll let you celebrate your third place finish.
Yes, sir. Hopefully I can get the monkey off my back here, and I've had enough second and third place finishes. I'm due for a win, so.
Absolutely. We hope to be talking to you as a winner here soon.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all.
That was your third place finisher, Mr. Taylor Wineland. We'll get a word in with Caden Berry. Hey, Caden, it's Tyler and Tim up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you guys.
All righty, man. Well, you bring it home in second tonight. Another fantastic finish. Did you have anything else for Matt as in the closing laps there?
I think I could have had something. I just had to hit my brake so hard and got sideways when he got sideways. Wasn't gonna keep my foot in it and take him out, but I was gonna try a couple of sliders, but I couldn't really do that because once you throw a slider with how slick it was there, you just spun your tires every single time, no matter how much throttle control you had. So they would just get back under you anyway and cross you over and pull away even further. So my best bet was wait for a mistake or something, and maybe if he got into the wall and maybe would have got lucky there. But nah, it is what it is, and we got second. Got the best of us this time, and come back stronger next week and get the win. And looking good for championship points anyway. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to throw it to my broadcast partner, Tim. You have anything to ask Caden?
Yeah, you closed the gap a couple times. Matt had a mistake, like two major mistakes. 1 and 2, he got in the wall, and then I think a couple laps later, a yellow came out, and then coming down to the like 3 to go or something like that, he had slipped up in 3 and 4, and you think he could have made something out of those mistakes?
Yeah, I was hoping to, but like I said, like every time I would try to throw a slider, with how slick it was up in the top where you had to be when you fully commit to a slider, it was just super slick up there. So every time you do it, and like I said, no matter how much throttle control you had, it just spun every single time. So it was just quite unfortunate, but I mean, still a good night. I mean, went quick time in warm up and won the heat, and almost came out with a feature win from starting in the 6th spot. So still obviously a solid night and good for the point standings.
Absolutely, Caden. Well, before we let you go, is there anybody you'd like to thank?
Yeah, I gotta give all glory to Jesus Christ, and gotta thank my mom and dad, my nana and grampy, my great grandmother Cece, my Grammy Ryder and TJ, and everyone out there watching. Gotta thank Team IOB, Cataclysm Computers, CNC Racing Designs, Speed Factory, LCJ Carpentry, and Stingray Tools Australia. Gotta thank Granite State Blacktoppers, Keep Digging Apparel, Enos Construction, Drew's Powder Coating, ZMAX, Driven to Save Lives, Victory Fuel, Thermal Graphics, Ryder Family Sawmill, and John Berry Legacies Racing. And gotta thank you guys for putting it on. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, Caden. Again, congratulations on your second place finish. We'll let you celebrate it.
Thank you.
All right, that was your second place finisher, Mr. Caden Berry. All right, we'll get a word in here with your race winner here tonight from Kokomo, Mr. Matt Grimm. Hey, Matt, it's Tyler and Tim up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you guys. You got me?
Yes, sir, we got you. Well, man, you bring it home tonight in the win. You break up the Caden Berry win streak, and you were able to hold him off in the closing laps. How's it feel?
Yeah, felt good. I haven't been on since Lernerville last time, and that race at Lernerville, I was pretty much just done with iRacing. So getting this win really helps that out because now I want to race again, so that's good.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Well, you had a good solid night and battled there, and I mean, it was really interesting there at one point in the feature. You and Caden were kind of sliding each other back and forth, crossing each other up. What's that like behind the driver's seat?
Yeah, you really got to be on your toes and aware, and not just run through somebody. Like like he would. But yeah, you really gotta know what lines are working when, and it kind of felt like I don't know if they changed anything since when they added the outlaw micros or what, but it kind of felt like the last time I ran Kokomo, which was a month or so ago. So that's a good sign. So I don't know if they changed sprint cars back to how they were, or if it was just a one-off Kokomo race or what, but it felt pretty good for once.
Absolutely. Tim, you have anything to ask Matt?
Yeah, you had a couple slip ups. What were your thoughts? Uh, you know, yeah, I think it was Bentley said about a 7/10 of a second lead in 1 and 2, and I think you got into the wall a little bit, and Caden was able to close the gap. What was your thoughts on that, and how did the track feel?
Yeah, that was after I lost that 3 second lead. That was kind of disheartening, but I knew I had to go for it because those guys weren't gonna just lay back, and I was waiting for sliders and ready for a race. So I knew I had to keep pushing it, and the 1 and 2 always gets a little thin up top at the end of these things, and you kind of got to start taking it easier. But I was moving my wing back because it started to feel more comfortable, and normally I never worry about the wing, but I guess now I kind of got to worry about the wing with how iRacing's going. And so I started moving it back, and I got a little bit tight in the center of 1 and 2, and it kind of caught me there once or twice. And luckily I didn't give up too much to where he would get around me. But yeah.
Absolutely. Well, before we let you go, who would you like to thank?
Oh, just thanks to everybody who puts on this league. Thank you guys for doing the broadcast, and keep digging for being on the car. Tight Lines Apparel, and just everybody else who's on the car. Shout out to Lockie. He's he couldn't make these races anymore, so back to running my own scheme, and hopefully we get to race with him some more here. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right, bud. Well, congratulations again on your victory here tonight, and we'll let you celebrate it.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
That was your race winner, Mr. Matt Grimm. All right, well, as we're wrapping up things here tonight from the Kokomo Speedway, looking high above the racetrack, Matt Grimm coming away with the victory. Tim, any closing thoughts from you?
Just great racing. I don't think the transition from the track was as crazy as we thought it was going to be. Still produced a great show.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you there. I thought the track would maybe change a little more, but we've seen drivers using the middle, drivers using the bottom of the racetrack, drivers running the top side of the racetrack, and some crazy runs being produced from that combination, depending on where drivers were running. So, very, very interesting race here tonight from Kokomo, and very action-packed. The next race, I mean, looks like, if I can gather my words here and retry that one more time, we will be live tomorrow night here on the Buckeye Racing Network with the Short Track Rivals Racing 358 Modifieds, I believe, and they're running at, I don't want to say this wrong and tell you a lie on the air, so I'm going to double check where they're running at tomorrow. They're going to be live from Lernerville Speedway tomorrow night. We'll be off on Wednesday night here on the network, and we'll be back again on Thursday night with the Short Track Rivals Racing Pro Late Models. And they're going to be at the Limaland Motorsports Park. So those are the next couple events up for us here on BRN. If you're watching along, tuning in with us here tonight, we greatly appreciate it. If you want to check out any other dirt racing action, we're always live. Those two races coming up this week on Tuesday and Thursday will be live at right around 9 o'clock Eastern Time. So come out and join us if you can. For Tim Henderson, I'm Tyler Bentley. Good night.